Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. This is the Logos Dev Club. I am Chair. I'm here to prop you up. But enough about me. I am here with another group, the third group of the RealFi Hackathon winners. This group, their project is called Communify, and they are the third demo that we're doing for you. If you go back in our history, you can see Nipsey Dev and Stavros's projects as well. But today I am joined by, Leif, Kevin, and Damien of the Communify submission project. If you are less than familiar with Logos, I implore you to immediately go now to logos.co and check out the brand new website and mission and words and pictures and images to inspire you to exit through the network. Today is about demoing the Communify app. Without further ado, I will pass it to Damien. He'll tell us a little bit about what the project's objectives were, and we'll get into a demo. If you in the audience have any questions at any time, please submit them via the chat that is in front of you, whether it's on YouTube or X or otherwise. We can see your queries and we would like to field them. So please submit them. Damien, hello, how are you?
Good, yourself?
I am excellent. I am pumped up. Cloudflare works for me. And so,
Perfect.
Tell us about Communify.
Yeah, 100%. So when we sat down thinking about what we could build, we kind of tapped in onto our past experience. Leif and myself have been working in DAO tooling and future of work type of projects for quite a few years. Kevin's been working in abstracted wallets on the Citizen Wallet side, one of his projects. And we were kind of looking at the hackathon and thinking, well, what can we do? And I think a big spot is, when people come and coordinate, communication is key, and like that's where it starts. And when you really look at like what's really available for communities to communicate, you kind of think of like Signal. But then when you start thinking of like, well, more robust community tools, you start going to Discord, towards Slack on the business side, Reddit on the kind of more open forum side. And what you start seeing is like not really a lot of centralization there with the mainstream players, not a lot of privacy, not a lot of data ownership for people using those platforms. And we were thinking, can we kind of put something together that kind of demonstrates the opposite of those things? It can be private, it can be decentralized, people can own their own data, and can they communicate? And part of communication, we think, is also sharing funds or sending funds or using funds in that kind of way. And so we were thinking, let's take communication, let's take finance and sending money between each other, kind of think your Venmos and things like that are also centralized and controlled. And can we build something that shows that all the right flavors that we're all looking for in our community, to kind of have better tools for people to organize the way they want to. And so I'll pass it off to Kevin and Leif so that they can kind of show you a demo and kind of describe the technologies that we used to kind of achieve kind of what we were looking to demonstrate.
Oh, very exciting. If y'all could talk a little bit. I actually take it away with the demo, and then I'll have some questions for you on the backside.
All right, great. Thanks, guys, for the intros. So what you're looking at here is the desktop version of Communify. We're thinking of running it on as many platforms as possible, and we realize in all of those chat applications that you kind of need the desktop variant. It depends on the scenarios, and then the mobile variant depends also on the scenarios. And essentially what we have here is a self-custody social app with stablecoins integrated. I'm connected through Tor. I have a little username, so Leif can know how to request funds from me, or I can know how to request chat application, hello, message, and you have your standard feed. So for the hackathon, what we focused on was this. Yeah, there we go. Leif is messaging. I'm in Belgium. Leif is in the States. So it's cross country, cross border, and so our use case was, hey, we are essentially group chat. We're building something together. What usually happens is someone ends up paying for something, and you need to reimburse them. So since I'm in Europe, I have euros, and so Leif is now going to request funds from me because he paid for something and he would like to be reimbursed. And I will see this request pop up in my feed, and I'll be able to act on it by actually clicking the button and in one go just sending the funds to Leif. And so
I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to connect through Tor on my app side as well. Hey, Kevin, need some money.
One moment. I do not see anything happening on the shared screen. Perhaps we are not on the correct screen.
we will see Leif's request here pop up here.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so last week we all met in Brussels and I paid for all the pizza and no one reimbursed me. So I would like some money back. So, hey, Kevin, I would like to make a request for €1, please.
And so it pops up, and the nice thing, and that's why we use Noster, is you have this structured layer of data where you can put anything. You can structure any kind of request, and here we structure just a simple request for euros. And I can see, okay, it's gonna go to Leif, and I can hit the button. And this is actually gonna make a request. We're on Gnosis chain right now, and Euro E. You'll find on our GitHub the transaction hashes as well. There you go. My balance is down to 8, and it's sent.
And I have €1 in my account. Thanks, Kevin.
You're welcome. There you go. That's the demo.
Beautiful. So I heard Noster. I heard Gnosis chain. Can you give perhaps a snapshot of the libraries and APIs and SDKs used beyond those two?
So in order to abstract transactions, so here you didn't see any gas being used, that we are basing all of that off of Citizen Wallet. So you can also look that up, open source on GitHub. Just allows you to, there's a little SDK, it just allows you to send user ops instead of signing transactions, and then a sponsor will graciously sponsor transactions for you on chain.
That's very interesting. Sponsored transactions.
Sponsored transactions.
This transaction brought to you by this corporate hegemony. I like that. Actually.
Or you could have a community-sponsored transactions, as it were, self-sponsored in your community.
The idea is to solve a lot of the user experience issues as well that come with using sort of Web3 apps. So we had 3 flavors. One, we wanted to solve for the decentralization of data, so we decided to go with Noster. We decided to go with abstract accounts, using the Citizen Wallet stack for gasless payments to try and improve user experience as well through there. Community shouldn't have to be experts in crypto. They should be able to just communicate, send funds, come up with GoFundMes, etc., in order to work with finances without any of the hurdles of having to go through an exchange, etc. So that's why we have Citizen Wallet connected here, and then we've also used Flutter to try and make sure that our app is running across all platforms so that we can support both mobile, desktop, and web as well. So that's pretty much the stack. The other part that we've added here is the Tor network. So we're going through SOC 5, all communications going through Tor, including sending transactions with crypto. So we have a crypto transaction actually going through the Tor network, which is pretty epic. So that's what this app tries to demonstrate and pull all those tools together to form Communify.
I like it. This is some real Logos flavored stuff, if you ask me. The next steps, any plans, any preparations being made? Are we going to prod? Do we have live users?
We're thinking about it. Go ahead, Lich. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So part of the passion is to try and create community apps that people can use in a more decentralized way. And so if we can kind of take a knack at trying to produce something and get some communities on board to get some learnings ahead of time, to really ask that question: is it viable to go to production or not? Is kind of what we're aiming for. So we're looking at getting to some sort of MVP end of year, trying to get a few communities on it, try and test drive it, and see where it goes from there. So those are some of the plans. If anyone's interested in helping contribute it and pushing this along, you can reach out to any one of us. We'd love to get some help on it too.
Yeah,
So I think, go ahead, please.
I was gonna say one of the first communities on Communify is going to be currently our Discord group chat. That's gonna switch immediately, and we do have a few other communities that have been really excited in a previous community calls asking, hey, when is this coming? When is this coming? So I think we'll probably be able to start with a few, with like 3 or 4 to begin with.
Well, that is very exciting. Where can people find more information, sign up their own communities, or reach out to y'all, or all of the above?
Well, right now we are using the Citizen Wallet Discord, but we do have a Communify repo. I guess we'll communicate a bit more around Communify and have our own website and repo up. But for the moment, you can just come into the Citizen Wallet Discord, and we've got a channel there for Communify. So you can go to citizenwallet.xyz. That's just citizen like citizen and wallet in one word .xyz. And we'll put more, well, you can ask about Communify, and then we'll send you over to Communify from there.
Yeah, and you can check out the GitHub. The GitHub repo is public, so you can take a look, see if you're interested in the project too, see if there's anything skill-wise that you can kind of throw into the ring with us, because I think support with these kind of projects is always the most important part, like getting that community support. Can really help us drive it forward, because obviously at the beginning, users and people using it is the excitement. It's what fuels us, and so we're gonna be looking for that, and maybe we'll be able to kind of spot like do some stuff on Twitter and stuff promoting it when we finally launch the MVP, like Leif was saying, and hopefully people in the community check it out and try it out and give us feedback, because we really appreciate that part.
Where can people find you all on Twitter or X?
Yeah, for sure. I am on Twitter. My handle is Wordsmith. I can put it in the chat if, and it's my same handle as my GitHub on the Communify repo. So it all syncs together. So people can look me up on both of those. Yeah.
Perfect. So that's at Wordsmith. People can find the Communify repo. They can find the Citizen Wallet Discord to reach out to y'all. And it sounds like you are looking for users. And who isn't? Everyone's looking for users until they get them, and then they hate their users. I'm just kidding. I kid, of course.
No, we're maybe the opposite. We're just
love
looking to
users.
build community.
Yes. If anyone has a community that's looking to use tech like this and has requirements that we can learn from ahead of time, please reach out as well.
Well, thank you, folks, for being here. I'm excited to see the progression and hear the update, and you're certainly welcome. And I encourage you to come back and report on what has happened, perhaps in the next few months as we go into the new year, and any progression with the development of the app. And I want to hear about all the new users that you have adopted and love very much. Any plans? Anything specific about the Logos tech stack that you're excited about, or perhaps might implement in the future, perhaps in this project or otherwise? Think of storage, comms, or blockchain. Lots of new news has come out in the past week or so. So anything has stricken you yet? And if not, that's okay. You don't have to pick something specifically if it doesn't stand out.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how we'll integrate any of the new announcements, but definitely the whole concept of using the Tor network for privacy is definitely on our minds and key on our minds. And I think we'll definitely be starting there and expanding. And I think it's a good partnership in this community to, when you're trying to do privacy decentralization and empower communities, to be kind of their own self-sovereign kind of entities and do their own thing. I think there's a lot of tech that we can definitely jump into and try and incorporate. And our hope is that we can keep improving what we're doing as we're going, and people can tell us kind of what they want too, because as Leif said, we can kind of assume what people want, but we love when people just tell us, hey, like, why don't you just do this? Because it would be amazing, because none of the mainstream guys are going to do that. And we're looking for someone to do that. We're happy to take on that mantle.
I'd just like to say I'm really excited about the prospect of Logos and what you guys are trying to build with privacy-oriented blockchain messaging and storage, and it's definitely something that we want to keep looking at in terms of providers who are trying to make decentralized storage better, trying to make messaging better, trying to make blockchain more resilient, more private. And so we'll absolutely keep an eye on the Logos stack and see if we can integrate anything across as we get moving on the messaging app.
It's very exciting to hear, and I think it's going to be a very exciting 2026 as a whole lot of things are going to be rolled out, and sort of the unified vision of Logos. So I guess what vision always has been, but now a better or an updated, packaged, sort of public-facing narrative. And it hit me last night, and it may still ring true, I don't know, after sleeping on it, is that Logos is the product of Linux and Tor having a child, Bitcoin and Ethereum having a child, them growing up, and then those two entities having a child. And that is Logos.
I love it.
Yep.
And we're excited about it. Please follow up with any progress or new hacks or new features, or really any updates that we should be abreast and aware of. We'd like to hear about it. Love to have you back on the stream for any updates that come through. And I do encourage the audience to go checking the questions. No questions yet, audience. You have about 60 seconds to submit one if you do have them. But yeah, anytime, we'd love to have you back on stream, especially as things progress and move into next year. Any final messages or encouraging words or announcements before we wrap our brief stream for today?
Yeah, I'd love to say thanks to Logos for sponsoring the hackathon. I think hackathons rely on sponsors, and they wouldn't happen, and we wouldn't all be having fun hacking, because that's all the big best thing of it. And so a lot of thanks to Logos for that, and a lot of thanks for having us on stream. I think it's amazing that you're promoting the kind of projects everyone's doing, and I think that helps the builders out there build.
Yeah, early next year, we will, and I think we'll probably announce it even before the turn of the year. There will be more hackathons. There will be more exciting partnerships, Tor, Monero. Maybe I've said too much going into next year. So very encouraged that there's groups and this class of winners, this group of winners between the three projects. We've seen a globally dispersed set of builders, three different types of use cases leveraging this tech. It's exactly the type of engagement and use of the libraries and tech that we are looking for, and it's very exciting going into this next hackathon in the next few months. So, along with Parallel Societies Festival and all sorts of fun stuff for Q1 next year, Q1, Q2 next year. So my cat, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my cat is destroying my door right next to me. So I think that is our cue. She must be hungry. To wind this down, folks, go to logos.co, follow logos_network and all the other accounts across the social medias. Learn more about what Logos is doing, read the manifesto, read the docs, get into the litany of different projects that are happening. Thank you once again to the Communify team, Leif, Damien, and Kevin, excuse me. Thank you for being here. Looking forward to having you on again very soon. And we'll see you all, the audience, very soon. Thank you.